Hi, I'm Rob.
And I'm Katie.
You sounded unsure.
I know.
Are you sure about the show they're watching?
Yes,
What
because
is
you're
it?
watching KRCompares.
There you go. Today we've got something different. We're talking food. That's not the different part. The different part is what, Katie?
It's a haul video?
We're trying something new. So we go to a couple places occasionally. And so this is just kind of like the usual stuff we get. If you're curious, like, hey, we do all these comparison videos, and a lot of the times we say, we never eat Pop-Tarts. We never have whatever. We do have cheeses. So that video was accurate. That happens often. But
Yes, they had a new flavor, so I had to get that the other day.
exactly. But this is like staples that we get when we do go to the store. And what store did we go to today?
We went to Eagle Rock Bakery and Deli in Eagle Rock, California.
That's right, it is Eagle Rock. I guess it's easy to remember that.
Yeah.
Eagle Rock, Eagle Rock. Anyway, it's the only Italian bakery we know of here that is worth anything. It's delightful. What did
Yeah,
you
because
get?
they have lots of imported products. They make their own
Where are they from?
bread. What do you mean?
We're imported from where?
Oh, Italy.
Italy,
Yes.
because it's the Eagle Rock Italian bakery. Well, we said that. But
Yes.
to be clear, although it's weird because, well, we'll see in a moment why it gets a little strange.
What?
Because it's not always Italian. Sometimes it's French.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
We'll mention that in a second. But anyway, it is an Italian place. It is super
Yes.
awesome. Super popular.
It
Fairly
is.
small.
I mean, so usually, it wasn't super packed today, but usually when we go, we try and go in the afternoon just because it kind of dies down and then you're not like shoulder to shoulder with
Also
people.
because we don't want to leave the house before like 11 a.m.
That too.
So we hit a little more traffic along the way.
Yeah.
Miss an exit or two. Honestly, if you miss 2 exits like per hour, that's not too bad for LA. I think.
I mean, most of the time it's because you don't want to be like these crazy folks.
Do
that,
not cut people off to make an exit. But I'm in 3 lanes over here and I need to be over there in 400 feet. Well, sorry, but you're not
Tough
getting
luck.
there. And that's unfortunate. Anyway, that's a whole other issue. That's a different video. Anyway.
That's a Rob rant.
That's a Rob rant.
On the plus side, though, we did see some people. They had horses, and there's like an equestrian trail or something. So
Also a train museum.
yes.
So maybe we'll do a video about fun stuff to do. What we talk about, like fun stuff to do in LA. That could be one of them. Anyway, but for today, we're talking about stuff that we find that we get from this small Italian bakery. Let's check out what we got. What do you got? Katie's got it on her side.
I got some of them. I got one.
You
behind
got a couple
yours,
bags,
too.
right?
Yeah.
So,
Number 1, torrone.
torrone. What is torrone?
It is a sweet treat that is
Yes.
kind of like a nougat.
Yes.
And you can usually put, like various nuts. So they usually have like walnuts. This one has pistachio.
Pistachio, pistachio is the classic. Like,
I mean, I
filling.
just
I feel like it's the best. It's the normal filling. It's actually quite soft. Sometimes it has like not a skin, but like a firm like paper type
so
side.
it's kind of like it's crunchy and then it gets very chewy in the middle, and it's kind of almost like
It is very sweet,
but
but it is delicious. This is a
it's
classic
really good
Italian
with
treat.
coffee.
Yeah, it is very good with coffee. What did this cost us? Oh, $6.59. Because it is, of course,
Totally worth it.
100% worth it. This is amazing. You can also, they have larger boxes too that are like pre-portioned with different flavors in them, like limon or something. But this is, all of them are great. If it's Italian, if it's torrone, it is fantastic. Of course, we bring our own bags.
Yes.
Now we've got, if you're familiar with the Queen Anne's, that's basically what this
They
is,
had
right?
Queen Anne's and what is the other one? Like Cielo or Cielo?
Something like that, right? My grandmother is just an absolute fiend for those things. So for her birthday or holidays, I would send her
What is
some.
not to like about chocolate and cherries?
It's true.
So.
So for $3.98, we decided we'll send this to my grandmother. Actually, we didn't decide that. We decided that at the register.
Yeah, because we're going to be sending her mittens anyway, so then I thought that
It's true.
would be
Katie
nice.
made mittens, which is funny because I told my grandmother, oh yeah, Katie's crocheting. She's like, oh, that's nice. She can make me mittens. Not will she make me
Well,
mittens?
she wanted gloves,
She
but I thought
minds?
mittens would be easier.
Yeah. Did she say gloves? I thought she said mittens.
I think she said gloves, but
You weren't on the phone with her. I was the one on the phone with her. I thought I told you she said mittens. I don't remember what it was. Point is, she kind of...
getting mittens.
She's getting
so.
mittens because she didn't ask. She kind of said, at 94 years old, she's like, I demand mittens for the winter. Like,
I
okay.
think that'll be a pleasant surprise, and then she can tell us if they're
Better.
up to par with the ones we usually send
Which
her.
we could always, we could do a comparison video about those. That'd be a nice quick video.
Yeah.
Are they any good? Anyway, so there you go. Cordials, I guess. Cherry cordials.
Yeah.
Amor per il cioccolato. of course, you can't go.
It's pre-sliced.
Well, because we asked to do
Because
slices.
we asked them to.
But there is nothing better. Like, we're gonna turn this into sandwiches. I just got bread all in my coffee. But this is.
It smells so good.
Made this morning, sliced an hour ago.
Yeah.
This is the best, and we're gonna turn this into little sandwiches with
Sams.
meats. And that was like what, $2?
Yeah, we have a.
Yeah.
The receipt somewhere.
Pizza dough goes directly.
That.
It goes directly. Usually, we'll buy several of these since I've been mostly carnivore. A lot of the stuff I'm not like really participating.
Again, no, he is.
I'm gonna snack in a little bit. Yeah, I make small exceptions as Thanksgiving comes up or has passed. I guess.
Well, when you're watching this, it has passed.
Yes. I've been off that wagon for just a bit because, I do want turkey. I do want stuff and all that jazz. But pizza dough. This is $2.50, I think.
Mm-hmm.
This will make a large pan-sized pizza, which is plenty for 2 to 4 people, I think. And we make that from scratch. And that's so easy. What?
I said just us.
Or just us, because we'll eat it over 2 days.
Yes.
Sometimes we get really hungry if we don't have breakfast or something.
Whoops. Here is our rum ball.
Now, if you've never seen this, so
It is a rum ball, but they also make the traditional rum baba, which is kind of like this light lemon dough, and then they soak it in rum, and then it has like a bunch of things. But sometimes they half the stuff that they have in the counter, because they don't have it labeled.
That's the issue.
It's like they'll have like multiple names for something.
And so that's the problem and that's my biggest complaint about this place is that they don't have any of the treats labeled. So people are like pointing at the glass, what is this? I'll take this. What's that? What's in this? What's this taste like? When they should just have a little label that says, this is what it is.
Well,
what
just
it's
like, technically, okay, so there's 2.
She's about to say what I was going to complain about. Go ahead.
Okay, so sfogliatella, okay? Yep. So there are technically 2 kinds. There's one that looks more like a seashell, and then there is one that is more traditionally known as the lobster tail. Technically, both of them are sfogliatella. Drives me insane because they're like, no, that one's called lobster tail. I'm like, Dad, that's just a colloquial term. They're technically both
that's
the
what
same
you're
thing.
calling it. It's like, oh, this is our version of the thing. No, it's not. They're both sfogliatella. At which point you could say which one, because clearly we know what the hell we're saying.
Yeah.
When we say it, therefore you should know what the hell you're saying. Oh, okay, these guys aren't just some yahoos off the street that don't know what these treats are. We know specifically what they are. Right?
So anyway, that annoys me. But today we did not get that because they were out.
They were out. Is that everything in that bag?
No.
Oh, what else we got?
We have the deli meats.
Deli meats. And so this is what we turn into sandwiches. We've got 1/2 pound each of provolone, roast beef, and gabagool. And if I say
they have like Genoa salami, they have prosciutto di Parma, they have a lot of things.
Now if I say, hey, let me get a 1/2 pound each of Parmesan or of provolone, of some roast beef, and some gabagool, don't be like, cool. So 1/2 pound of provolone, 1/2 pound of roast beef, and a 1/2 pound of gabagool. I know what I said. You don't have to say it back. I said it right. It's gabagool. It's pronounced gabagool. It's spelled that way with the C. But it is gabagool.
It is an Italian-American slang.
It is an Italian-American slang version, but that's what it's called. And you know what I'm saying because you go and you get it. And Anyway, we're going to see the rest of the haul in just a moment. Next, we have some staples. Well, I don't know if you consider this a staple. Why did we get this? And what is
because
this?
It was at the register. So these are fette integrali. So essentially these are just like whole wheat little toasts.
Yeah, pre-toasted, pre-sliced.
So they're more popular for like a quick breakfast snack. So when I was studying abroad in Italy, my host mom, Mama Silvana, would have these with like marmellata. You would have that with like a cup of tea or coffee, and that would be like a quick breakfast. So I thought
breakfast for Italians is actually not that significant, right? It's usually like a snack. It's something simple.
Yes, and these are ricche di fibra, so they're rich in fiber, and they're made 100% whole wheat. Anyway, I thought I would try them.
Yeah, they're probably quite good. But then we get into stuff that's actually like a classic for us. And you have to have your proper Italian olive oil. Normally we've used the Pietro Corticelli. Mm-hmm. They did not have that, so we're trying this San Giuliano Alghero.
I don't know, it looks nice. I like the bottle.
Yeah. I mean, and this is $20.98 as opposed to the other one, which was like $6.50. But this is $20.98. Yeah. Yes, it's expensive. It is better.
It's imported.
And they get a lot more expensive from here.
Where's this one? This one's from Sardinia. So
be the large island off the coast of Italy. That is not Sicily.
Yeah, this one, so they mainly say to season salads and vegetables and, for making mayonnaise to which to give a characteristic flavor. But it can also be used for baking and frying.
You know what else goes really good on a sandwich?
Yeah.
Is that, yes, you do know?
Yeah, the little spreads.
Yeah. Calabrese peperoncino. Like
so
diced.
We usually have this, and then we also have these cherry peppers, but we usually buy like 2 or 3.
We still have some left around though.
We do, which is why we didn't buy it today. But
literally pickled peppers.
They're just so good.
Yeah, and you spread this on there, adds a nice kind of heat to it. This is fantastic on that sandwich that we'll be making immediately after we finish this video. Of course, to go along with our spices and our oils, we have spiced oils. So these are Calabrese.
They're just pepper oil.
Pepper oil, basically. They are
They're
also
really
fantastic. Add a bit of
eggs.
heat. Really good on eggs. You could do a lot with this. These come in at $9.89 each, and they'll last for a bit.
Look at how cute they are.
They're super cute. Glass bottles, because that's the only way to be for these to be I don't know, bottled.
No, I think
it's better.
It helps for longevity of the product, in my opinion. But
breadcrumbs.
Seasoned breadcrumbs.
Seasoned bread. Oh, we got seasoned ones?
Yeah.
You can make these yourself by taking stale bread. This is $4. This will last us for multiple uses. These are great. These are a classic. If you're going to air fry some
you can air fry stuff if you want to put them in like meatballs. And
this is great. They're not overpowering with flavor, and it's actually reasonably priced, especially coming from just a small business. This is fine. Of course, we need our ditalini. What do we make ditalini with?
We can make it for pasta fagioli, or if you want to say it correctly in Italian, pasta e fagioli.
Yeah.
All it is pasta and beans. It's
super
staple.
Good. Yeah.
It's a comfort food, and now that it's getting a little bit colder out,
like 70 degrees.
Whatever, it's a little cooler out. Now I feel like it's time to make some pasta fagioli.
And this comes in at $3.59. And finally, well, not finally, we got one more after this. We've got an Italian classic, bocce, at $9.29.
It's so hard to find.
They are kind of hard to find. What is that called?
Kisses.
Kisses. Bocce. Kisses. Yes.
They're just so good.
Little hazelnuts. Covered in chocolate.
They're just like bonbons.
Yeah, with a little note inside of it that says something in Italian with an English and like French translation.
Yes.
Something kind of sweet. We have one more thing for the holiday season, and we were going. I said like we talked about making a comparison video of these kinds of things. We did a similar one last year, but this is kind of different. But Katie said, "I want this.
I want it
now.
now."
This is Il Pandoro, and this is the one where for some reason we've got it. In English here, now this is an Italian product. We got English and French. There's no English, there's no Italian side. So that's strange.
Because they know it's specifically sent abroad.
So if you saw a panettone video, this is very, very similar. There's no candied fruit in this.
No, it is. It literally translates to golden bread. It's been around since, I don't know, at least like 1700s, probably before that. This is actually, it comes from Verona, which at the time was a Venetian, like, under Venetian control.
Yeah. Which, before we had access to, like, before we learned to sail, like humans learned to sail around, like, Africa and around into China, Venice controlled kind of a lot of the ports going into and out of the Black Sea. So Venice, in the 900s, I think, was fabulously wealthy, like, beyond current understanding of wealth, because it was the one port that allowed you in and out.
So this is, that was a fun fact.
Yeah, it was a fun fact.
So it's very traditional for like Christmas time and New Year's, and so it's covered in powdered sugar. So, well, it comes, as is, but they always come with some of the icing sugar for you to like shake it.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to kind of resemble kind of like snow on the mountain, like the Alps and stuff.
This is delightful.
So good.
This is so good. So
who knows?
They get to be, these fancy ones get to be quite expensive as well. What did this go for? This was $16.59.
That's really
that is not a bad price.
They had a lot of different kinds, and so we'll go back probably closer to the holiday, like a couple weeks, so that we can get stocked up on stuff, because we still need panettone. It's not Christmas without panettone. And
we won't be doing another panettone video, I don't think.
Probably not, but if they have a couple different brands, we may still do the Pandoro.
Yeah.
I just really, really wanted it.
So,
go and try it. And
and so to wrap up, we're going to try this rum baba, which we haven't done yet. Let you know what we think.
That is actually a rum ball.
Anyway, stick around.
That is so dense. In like the best way.
We started filming? We started filming.
It is.
Okay. It is?
Yes.
It is. All right, so
it looks like it's got like golden raisins, maybe some cherries.
yeah, so it's actually quite thick on the inside, but it's got that little chocolate top. It smells like rum. It smells like rum. You know, obviously kids can have this. It's not like it's like, oh, it's gonna be full of booze and the kids are gonna get or whatever. In case you,
yeah,
it's like wine biscuits, right? It's made with it, but it's fine. This will taste like it though, but in like the best way possible. Cheers.
They're all in.
Well, it's chewy. It's dense.
It's chocolatey.
It's exploding with flavor. That is fantastic. And that goes so well with coffee. Oh man, I love this. I'm eating this. The rest of this off camera. Which is what we have. We have some coffee. Well, bro, that is delightful. And if you've never been to your local Italian market, maybe they're good, maybe they're not. Who knows wherever you're from. But check it out. I don't know what to get. I don't know what this thing is. Just try it. Ask. I'm sure they'll be happy to tell you. But there are so many sweets, so many treats. We looked at cannolis, we looked at everything else, and just yeah. It's a nice treat to go there. And then also, you know, once we finally make the sandwiches with our pepper spread and the gabagool and the roast beef and the provolone, like all of it fresh made this morning, like the bread like warm this morning. Like for me, like I grew up on a lot of those like sandwiches growing up, and like it just kind of transports you to like kind of like another place, like a moment into like it's just like me and the sandwich, and that's all that exists in this world. Katie's saying something, she's not even saying it, she's in there, and I'm just in another world for 2 minutes.
I was gonna say, even like the Italian bread, it's really hard to find good bread. And it really just makes me think, because you can have that with like
the bread you get even at like Trader Joe's or like the supermarket. That's fresh, the fresh bread, or the ones you have to just take and bake. Kind of, it's just garbage. Different. It is awful compared to this. There's like 3 ingredients in this. It's not overly sugared. No, it doesn't keep well, and that's the point.
That's the point. Well, because again, you're going to use it, the next day or so.
Yeah.
After that, put it in, make croutons out of it, make the breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
Something, because again, it does have a shelf life. And
it does. Yeah, if you're not having it within 24, 48 hours, turn it into something else. Yeah.
You can also have it, like I remember growing up and we had that, we'd have Italian bread and we would just have, we'd make egg sandwiches with it. And
we would, every Sunday when we go to my grandma's, we'd stop off at the Italian bakery, which is, seriously, it was like 6 blocks from our house. But we'd stop off down there, grab a loaf of Italian bread, bring it in, and we did that every Sunday, and it was gone that afternoon.
Yeah, of course.
It's just, there was like 6 of us doing it there at that point, but still. Anyway. Oh man, that is fantastic. Don't forget to check out all the socials. I spent a lot of time working on it, and hopefully by the time this video's come out, I've actually figured out how to do it easily. I found how to do it manually, and that takes way longer.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, I'll talk to you at the beginning. Maybe I'll just do it at the beginning anyway to be like, don't forget to check out the socials, and then anyway. But there it is. So you can find us at these things here, in these places, and also the website if you want to see more content, which is different content on each platform. Oh, we're shaking it up. And that's for us, for video games. And also about being a carnivore, which is going on pause starting in Thanksgiving for a couple weeks.
For just a little bit.
For just a little bit, because
life is too short not to have
stuffing and pasta and pizza.
And pandoro and all the things.
It's true.
So if you're ever in LA or the LA area, definitely check out Eagle Rock Italian Bakery and Deli. They are fantastic. They're all super nice.
And they actually do make sandwiches to go as well.
Yes, they do.
So if you look at not like cold cut sandwiches, not like meatball grinders or anything, but like still, and they are fantastic. So I am Roberto.
And I'm Katie. And we will see you next time. Take care.
Ciao, a presto. I'll say this for after my
They're so good.
Fuck up me, I love that.
It's because we don't have it very often, then just when we get, then you're like, oh yeah, it's totally worth it.